Hello everyone. Wow, oh, perfect timing. Welcome back to All the Mods 7. Oh, this is just... That is a classic for this pack, I must admit. I'm gonna... There we go. Nice one. So, welcome back to All the Mods 7. I haven't been in this pack for a little while now. I will admit, I just thought I recorded a bunch of episode basically, but I didn't. I didn't have my recorder open. Rookie mistake, classic move. It's been a day. Anyway, this is going to be my final episode on this pack. So we are going to be moving on to other packs. All the Mod 8 is out, so we're going to move on to that. And yeah, I just thought I'd have a look around. I did this for my Season 1 Let's Play I did of All the Mod 7 when it was on the 1.18 pack. This is 1.18.2 by the way. Not .1. Previous one was .1, this is .2. Yeah, I just thought we'd have a look around, see what we've done in the amount of time that we've spent in the pack. In fact, if I look at statistics, we can see how long we played this pack, which is 10.28 days, which is 250-ish hours in one pack. And I think we achieved quite a lot, quite a bit. I must admit, this is more than I thought I would get done. We beelined to begin with. I don't know what he's doing here. Is he upgrading again? I think he is. Yeah, we beelined straight away for some mine colonies, and I don't think I did much with mine colonies, must admit. In Season 1, we kind of did ridiculous amounts of mine colonies. I wouldn't say that I was burnt out on mine colonies, it was just... There was other things I wanted to get to, right? So like the All the Mods star actually had a use in this pack, so we went for that instead. So episode 1, I think I say, let's get to mine colonies as soon as possible because it's going to take us ages to get anything. And we did. We got here within 10 episodes and then ignored them, really. Anyway, let's have a look at what we managed to achieve in this pack in the amount of time that we've spent here. So, first one was obviously we revived a colony, which I've never done before. Never revived a dead colony. And I don't think I would do it again unless we found one that was nicely set up, if you know what I mean. So this one, it was all over the place. There was actually a restaurant in here and it was covered over and there was just, it was difficult. One of the best things I did in this Let's Play is I put mega torches everywhere around my base so nothing would spawn. I have also turned off raids for the mine colony because, as I said, I wasn't really doing anything in mine colonies at the time and it was just a distraction from the stuff we were trying to get done. So let's have a look at those. Oh, let's go first off. After we built this thing, so this is my first attempt at building like a manor house for the mine colony. So I built it out of spruce and I kind of tried to use the materials that they use in the, I think this is medieval spruce or something like that. It's what mine colonies calls it. But yeah, I decided to, for some reason, use stone brick stairs instead of, well, these use just regular old spruce stairs. Actually, they use like the Domen Ornamentum roof pieces. We probably should have used those, but we didn't know what it looked like at the time. And we weren't resource rich, is how I should say it. But yeah, we built this thing and then we instantly tried to make a decent power system. So we started off with that one solar panel, which is why this is like a balcony right here. So then I could get, you know, the sun. And then everybody kept suggesting do this, which is make some, I always forget what it's called. ethylene. That's the one, ethylene. So we made some ethylene, and then the ethylene was being pumped into some gas burning generators. Ridiculous good power to begin with. It's so cheap. Such a cheap like system to set up. So if you are going to go and do a pack, I suggest ethylene to begin with. I don't remember what episode we set it up, but there is an episode where I set up ethylene and I added to it as I went, and it was just really, really good power. And that sort of ran a bunch of our stuff. We set up in the mining dimension the chunk destroyer. So if we pop over to the mining dimension, so we did destroy a ton of chunks. There is loads of allthemodium in here still because I couldn't be asked to go around and mine it, but we could if we wanted to run around and grab a little bit of allthemodium, just like that. And for that one we only got 2, but that one we only got 1. Interesting. I do have the highest fortune you can get on a pickaxe right here, so it's a little bit surprising. I think you can get up to like 8. Okay, let's break that one and then we'll land and see how many we get. There it is. So that one only gave me 1 as well, and that one only gave me 2. Amazing. Oh, my luck on that. It's fine, we don't need it right now because this is the last episode, unfortunately. We also, if I go into the All the Mod Star, which I've got bookmarked right there, we had to set up a nether star farm. Like, it had to be quick enough that we could get like a ton of nether stars, because each one of these blocks here is like 6,500 nether stars, and we need 15 per All the Mod Star. So yes, we had to definitely get like a ton of nether stars, and this is the one that I was using right here. So this is like, it uses a fan, it spawns them in with the builders. I'm going to move away because it's quite loud. Spawns them in using the wither builders, pushes them with the fan, they drop down, and then I've got 2 mob crushers which just go like, and they die as soon as they like pop, basically they die. There was one in the middle because a few of them just decided that they wanted to play up the top, but they would still like sort of drift down after a while, but it wouldn't get to the bottom, so I had to put a second one in there. And it doesn't kill them until they've like popped, if you know what I mean, until they actually turn into regular withers instead of like, I'm still building withers, if you know what I mean. So if we pop back to base, I'm going to have a quick sleep, and then we'll have a look at the other stuff in the base. Alright, there we go. Lovely little sleep right there. What else did we do? So there's so much to go over. We set up a nice little enchanting system. I wish I'd managed to get the like higher level enchanting library. Library of Alexandra, or whatever it is. We didn't get there, actually. In this playthrough, we didn't get there. We've never got there, to be fair. I really need to learn how many of these we need to actually get it. But we got this library which just has like all of the enchants you can think of. Right here, if I put books in, where's the one that provides books? It's right on top. If I set that to that, it will send books in here, use up some fluid XP, and then whatever book it produces will go in here. And yeah, that will get us like a bunch of different enchants that we could use, like looting. We haven't got many lootings, I must admit. We've only got 16 points, but we could get up to VII, which I think is the highest. VII, yeah, it is. So we did quite a bit with enchanting right there. I know there's a few people around that love enchanting, so I apologise that I didn't go more in depth on the enchanting front right there. We've also got the applicator because we were messing about with enchants recently in the pack. I did set up a couple of these cloches just for stuff that we might need, so we've got some wheat on the go. I've got some sugar cane because we needed sugar for stack upgrades and stuff. This one here is actually funny. We made a honey seed because we wanted some honey, but then we ended up having tons of bees instead. So we didn't really need this one in the end. This is from Mystical, and I think everyone that has been with this channel for a while knows how much I don't like Mystical. And there's no reason for it either. I just don't know why, I just don't like Mystical. Odd, innit? So if we pop and have a look at all the mod star. So we just talked about the nether stars, the unobtainium blocks, so the alloy block things that we've got. We have a little compact machine right here. In fact, it's a huge compact machine, but it's got our alloy creator in here. So what this does is the piglich hearts, which we're getting from our piglich heart generator in the nether, I'll go show you that in a sec, so it's been pulled out of here. We've got tons of those. If I look in here, hearts, we've got 1.4k. This one actually took me a while to figure out how to make it, how to get loads of these. I was like racking my brain for the longest time thinking, how can we set up piglich heart? Because you can't make a spawner from Apotheosis with the piglich. It just doesn't work. You can't get an egg for it. So I was really racking my brain over it. Then I figured out we could use Ars Nouveau. So we're going to have a look at that in a sec. But what we've got here is, all this does is it puts in the correct amount of millibuckets per one of these we want to make. And there's actually 9 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 on that side, 1 in the middle. So 9. So I believe this makes we should have done it so it makes blocks at a time, but we didn't. So, whoops. Anyway, those would be upgrades, which we could have made. That's the wrong one. That's the one I wanted to click. There we go. So that was for that. Let's go into the nether and I'll show you how I'm getting the piglich hearts, because this was... Oh, there you go. Got a setup for it. So we've got one of these pigliches here, and we've got these draugmes. And what the draugme do is they... I should really put this on a pedestal. And yeah, I swear I did this. I think I crashed at one point, so it never went in. Anyway, what these do is they feed off of anything. It's like a passive generator. As long as you've got one of the mob, it will suck out of that mob whatever it drops without killing it. So it's a really good idea if you want to, if you're working on a server and stuff. These probably really good because you only need 1 or 2 of the mob. And I've got 4 draugmes right here which are putting into this ender chest. I thought they were quite slow, but we've got a ton of piglich hearts now, and we've got a really easy setup with the bonsai pots, which, yeah, these ones here, they just drop, well, they burn any of these drops you get from this. And I've got a vibranium axe in there with Fortune 3. I think it's the same on this side. Fortune 3, yeah. So, yeah, they'll drop a bunch of wood, and then that gets burnt by this, which then gives us source. And then these little dudes use the source to create the stuff from this guy. I did only a little bit with Ars Nouveau in this pack. I think the draugmes were really, really good idea. Let's pop over to our different ore lasers. So this is from Industrial Foregoing, and this is how we are getting unobtainium, allthemodium, and vibranium. So with the purple laser in an end, what is it? This is an end highlands biome. You get unobtainium ore and obsidian and azure silver, I believe. It'll pop up in a sec. Let's say azure silver. I couldn't see it. There it is. Yeah. So yeah, this is the best way to do it in this pack. I believe it's been removed from every other pack that we've played. So all the Mod 7 to the Skies doesn't have the laser recipe for the unobtainium raw. So you won't see this in To the Skies, and in All the Mods 8 I don't believe it's in there either. So Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. But that just goes straight into our ender chest as well. So we have got 2.1k raw ore, which is going to be 6 times doubled. Not doubled, but you know what I mean. 6 times processed to make 6 of these ingots from one of these. So that's like 6,000 unobtainium right there. So overall, we've got about 50k unobtainium. Really, really good. If I'd have noticed this from the beginning, we probably would have done this straight away, but we set up a bunch of other stuff just because we could, like the bees and things. And then I did it for all the modium as well. You need it to be in the same biome, so that's why it's over here. Oh my god, look at all the birds. Ugh, bane of my existence right there. And then we did the same with the vibranium, so right here we can pop underneath. You do need these laser lenses, but yeah, there you go. There's the raw vibranium coming through. You also need to set the depth. So if I click on this one, it says it needs to be between 30 and 60. So vibranium, I believe, needed to be between 100 and 123. So this is set to 101. You don't actually need to put it at 101, you can just set the depth. So I thought that was quite useful. Let's pop back to... okay, let's pop over to the nature boss. So this is Blue Skies, and I spent a few episodes on this because... yeah, it was quite interesting. I don't think I've done much with Blue Skies before. I think in the first series of all the mods we tried, but there was a bit of a bug going on, so I had to like leave it behind. Anyway, yeah, we had to miss out a bit of Blue Skies. We did quite a bit in this series, at least. We could have done more, to be fair, but we were really aiming for that all the mod star, and we only needed one component, which was, oh goodness, what is it? Yeah, there you go, the Nature's Arc. We wanted this. And we ended up getting one, and it doesn't get used up, so you don't have to get like multiple of them. It'd be really difficult to automate it otherwise, automate the star, but yeah, we did pretty well, I think. What else did we do? So this area in the middle here, I quite like this. I like the big dome between the two, and yeah, it was just a really nice place to do some massive builds. And we set up a fission reactor with our sus parrot over there. Sus. And then we did what was over here? The steam turbine. We ripped these down because, well, we've got infinite power. Thank you to all the mod star right there, Energy Cell Creative. So yeah, we could rip those down. I was going to do a fission reactor in a compact machine and then just ply it with all of the stuff it needs. But in the end, like, we didn't get enough time for it, basically. I think if we didn't have to do the house move and everything at the time we did, that would have been my next project, was to put the fission reactor in compact machine. I set up this, like, I think this is quite a decent setup over here for fissile fuel. It's not bad over here. We also have a slag manufacturing facility right here for some reason. What's this one making? So in a, where is it? Oh, there's so much. Is it enrichment chamber? Is that what this is doing? This is induction smelter. Why are we doing induction? Oh, this is to make flint. And we needed lots of flint because of reasons. I think it's so we can make gunpowder, because if you put gunpowder in the crusher, you get, yeah. But if you put flint in the crusher, you get gunpowder. We also, I think the best thing we did was the first thing we attempted, which was we made these drives. So we've got an infinite storage drive. Means we just did not have to think about like storing stuff whatsoever. And we've got ridiculous amounts of storage right there. We also made the fluid one because it was way simpler. And to do that, we set up this thing down here, which I think is now disappeared. Did we get rid of it? No, this thing here is still making... No, we had a washing factory down here, which was washing all of the soul sand that we were creating and turning it into nether quartz, because we needed a ridiculous amount of nether quartz right there. This is also what we originally started with the crushers for. I think both of these are, yeah, both of these are working. But yeah, basically, oh, hello. That's scary. What this is doing is getting all the raw ores that we had and chucking it in these crushers. And to power these crushers, we originally had the furnace generator, and that has since been removed from Create. So we had to set up something different. Luckily, they did add back in Create Crafts and Additions. So we are just using RF power, basically, to power all of this. Yeah, so these two here are powering this, which is powering these 4 crushing wheel sets. So 8 crushing wheels, but 4 sets, if you know what I mean. Got the same on this side. They crush everything down into ×2. This was like the only ×2 because I think with the addition of raw materials, so like the raw ore, instead of like crushing the actual ore down, with that addition they were like, well, we can't have a doubling system for raw because you already get multiple from it from mining. You could get like 8 iron, for example, from one bit of... Well, I think I did it earlier, but like we were saying with all the mods ore right there. So they were like, okay, we'll just make it so if you like enrich this, use the enrichment chamber, this one here, you have to use 3 of them and you get 4 out, if you know what I mean. So that's not double, that's like 1.3 or whatever it is. So that was a bit of a change for us, but the crushing wheels actually did give you double, so that's kind of what we went for. The original setup we had as well was, if you use an ore hammer in this recipe like this, the ore hammer doesn't lose durability whatsoever, so you can put in whatever ore hammer you want. And then you stick this in there, and then it will output the dust. So that was pretty good. I think I originally wanted to set up like a ton of those, but then I think this is cleaner. Much cleaner. But instead of that, what we did eventually, it did take us a little while, but what we eventually did was we set up Occultism. And these guys here, see that one? He's got some vibranium. And he is crushing the vibranium up and putting it in the chest that we've got there. And then the vibranium's being smelted. This one's doing all the modium. This one over here is doing unobtainium. And I think this one's iron. For some reason I put iron in here. But this is 6 times. So that's really, really decent. We didn't do that like straight away, to be fair. We probably should have, but yeah. And also, people seem to really like the Occultism mod, because I got a really good amount of views for my Occultism stuff. So underneath our crushing spirits right over here, we've got the elemental craft setup that we needed, because again, that was something to do with the All the Mods star, if I remember correctly. There was something in here that needed it. I'm sure is it the philosopher's fuel? We needed something. There was definitely something. Maybe they removed the elemental craft bit from this. I'm sure someone will point it out, but yeah, we needed some stuff from elemental craft, so we set all of this up, and it was actually quite fun to sort of find out what this mod can do, because we've not really done much with it in the past. We moved a bunch of these, whatever these things are called right here, the little spirit things. So we got the 4 elements. We've got fire, water, earth, and air, I believe. So yeah, the avatar essence basically. This is all my occultism bits. I can't remember how we get into occultism from here, though, to be fair. It's been a little while since I've played on this pack, I must admit. But, oh, yeah, you're getting it from the back over here. There you go. So, yeah, we built a bunch of these ones right here. This is for making soul stones. So you can put some soul stones down. Can't remember what this one's for. I think it was for making those little spirits. The transport spirits that are moving the bits between the different things, if you know what I mean. If I hop up here, I'll show you what I mean. So this spirit here is pulling out of this chest, giving it to this dude. This dude is then just dropping it on the floor once it's crushed everything. Vacuum hopper is putting it in our system. So that's how we ended up doing ore processing, just for those 4 ores, because I feel a bit bad, like, trapping those guys just in the corners. So I didn't want to do it everywhere. Probably should have set it up for everything, but ah well. It's fine. We got there in the end. We made ourselves an all the mod star. These were this was such a ridiculous setup. Oh man. Yeah, this was purely so we could like get a few of the crystals and stuff from the Elemental Craft mod. And we've got one down there, one over in that direction, well, 2 over in that direction. The air and the fire. So this is earth, water, air and fire over there. So next up is, if I pop down here, this is how we were, oh that was loud, this is how we were making some emeralds to begin with, because we were really drastically low on emeralds, considering we need like a ton of them for the all the mod star. It's kind of a theme going on right here. We needed a 6x compressed, which is a lot. This was really slow in comparison to the other thing we set up, but we also set up like, this one here is to get a load of blood, this one here is to get more emeralds because there's a Vindicator spawner in there, and Invoker spawner, and a Blaze spawner as well to get some Blaze rods. They're all being sucked up using the absorption hoppers. This one out here was interesting because I'm using functional storage as a filter to get stuff into my system, and this one here is purely so I could get like, what does this make us? Liquid meat and pink slime as well, so it makes us those 2 bits. And if we hop up here, it's this one here, there we go. Where's my liquid meat? There's liquid meat, and pink slime's right there as well, and that's going up as well. We've almost hit max lava, so I should probably go show you my lava setup, because Create was an absolute darling when it came to my lava setup. In fact, it's right next to my piglich. So I think I've gone over this already. Okay, I did check, and we have already gone over this. Over here is my ridiculous, it looks like it's, they are still there, but the, if I do this, there you go. So all of these have got like pumps that go under the lava right here. If I put my thingy on, they're all invisible right now because I think that's just a glitch. They are all there still, so each one of these is like in the lava. But what this is doing is pumping lava into this ender chest, or ender tank I should say. And then the ender tank is being pumped into our system. And then, yeah, because Create sees any lava pool that's greater than 10,000 source blocks as infinite, it doesn't actually suck any up. I originally set up one of those range pumps, and it converts all of the lava into smooth stone. So we've got smooth stone right here. And that's the reason that's like that. But this thing gave us so much lava. It's really good. I'm not sure what we're going to do if we don't have Create in next pack. I'll have to find another way of getting lava, but this was really nice to see. Oh, it's the wrong way. There you go. Just show you it is actually down there. After getting all that lava and doing like a bunch of stuff like that, we did decide Botania was on the books. Just do lots of stuff with Botania. I set this ridiculous contraption up. Like, it didn't need to be this like big. In fact, someone sent me a screenshot of their setup for, well, this exact thing, getting each of the different petals. And far simpler. It just uses modular routers, which I wish we'd known about, but I don't really, because I like this setup. It's ridiculous. Like, if we want to get like a ton of white petals, there you go. It's creating us a ton of white petals. And they get put in here, so you can see them go into this one. This one then pulls it in, converts it straight away into mystical white petals. I will put these back, but there you go. It made 56 in that time. Yeah, there you go. So this took me a while to set up because I used a lot of integrated dynamics. But I'm really glad I did because it was really fun to do. You could just turn your brain off and be like, okay, this goes this goes there, this goes there. I originally set this up one at a time. So I did this one, I think, first, and then I did this one, and so on and so on. I think that's what I did. Anyway, yeah, so that was fun doing all of those. We got infinite petals doing this, basically. I also set up like a little thing so we could get living wood and living rock. So we could do, let's do 100 living rock. So this places it down, and then we've got the pure daisy in the middle, which will convert it. And then we've got the destructors underneath, which will only like break it if it's not stone. So that's a little automation for living rock and living wood. We have a little setup here for auto. What is it in here? I always forget. Oh yeah, making the different flowers. So yeah, we've got a few in here. We ended up just going with this one here. So the wither aconite. It takes a wither star, nether star. I always get those confused. And it like puts a durability bar on it, but then we figured out we can make it eternal. So that was a bit stupid. So yeah, these are just like, it's infinite power right here, infinite Botania power. And then we've got this is for Terra Steel. This one over here is for the Elf Steel, which is like the one above Terra Steel. And then I can't remember if I've shown you the bees already, but yeah, we set the bees up downstairs right here for all of those. I don't think I have shown you the bees. Basically, we are crushing, or we did crush a bunch of these bees, iron bees. We set this all up in here. So what this does is, when there's a baby bee, which there won't be anymore because I've taken all the bee upgrades out, it will then grab the baby bees, put them over in our other setup over here. And there is a secret door, which I've left open. Excellent. And it will then grow those bees up in the incubator using the honey treats. Then those bees get put into this dispenser. Because this dispenser has something in it, it will push it out. It will get crushed, turn into like bee jelly. And we get these gene samples. And then those gene samples, I've got 100% ones right here for iron bees. You use that on a regular egg. And then you get, well, basically, if I do this, yeah, there you go. Use a honey treat and those samples on a regular egg in a bee incubator, and you get some iron bees, which you can chuck in some mana, which I've got right here. You get mana eggs, and then you can use these mana steel eggs to create Terra Steel eggs or Elementium eggs. And the Elementium one with some stuff gets you the Alpha Steel egg. Don't actually need these now, but yeah, that was a bit of an adventure. I feel like... Oh, hello. This is my... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was my underneath. I've got like a little... What would you call this? This is like an area where I just stick stuff. Like there's loads of cables and stuff over here. Where's my... There it is, elevator. We did lots with mechanism this pack. We managed to get the gravitational unit in our... Are we using that, or No, we're using the angel ring now. But we did have it in our mech suit that we had a gravitational unit, which lets you fly. But now we're using the angel ring, which does take some of your experience. And I've got a ton of experience from just all the random stuff that gives you experience. And you can stand on these and all your experience gets sucked out. And it goes into this mob grinding utils tank. What else did we do? I'm sure we did a bunch of other stuff. This is my automation for the soul lava. Which, yeah, the soul lava's in here. This is for regular lava. But the soul lava, you put in unobtainium and allthemodium, and it spits out, oh, here we go, some liquid unobtainium allthemodium alloy, which we're using for the piglet hearts and making that stuff. We also did some stuff in the Twilight Forest, which is when it loads. There you go. We did a bunch of blood magic. I will admit, not my favourite mod. I think I've said it in the past. Just because of like the acts that it makes, well, can make you do. It's just a bit unethical in my opinion, but it's in the pack and we needed to do it, so I did do it in the end. And what we've got here is a villager spawner, which we can turn on. And then we would kill the villagers. And it would then give us loads of blood, which we can use for blood magic-y stuff. So, yeah, we did a bit of that. We also did quite a bit in the Twilight Forest. We didn't finish the Twilight Forest. I feel a bit bad about doing that. But we got to the point where we got the thing for the Aldermon Star again, which is this thing here, the Carmenite, which you can make now apparently, Bora Essence. So I'm sure we could have made a Bora, what was it, a Towerwood Bora? Could have made one of those into a spawner and then got these that way. That's one way to automate it, I suppose. But we got to that point and then we stopped. What else did we do? Let's have a look through this. Oh yeah, the other. So we pop to the other. This is where I originally spawned. There's my little teleport pad. Thank you for lighting everything up. We've got the pig village over there. In fact, let's go to the pig village. So this is where we got ourselves some soul lava, if I remember. It's quite far down in... there should be some... Yeah, there's some over there. There it is. So you just pick this up. You don't need too much of it, to be fair. There's vibranium and stuff in here as well. That's pretty good. Looting 5. Oh, I might take these and we just chuck them in our little area that we've got for that. We also have like a disenchanting setup, which I'll look at in a sec. Oh, hello. It's pretty good. But yeah, you find this... Well, I found this because I had the... I think the compass or something. I was looking for it. Oh god, how do I get out of here? Pig village, that's what I'm looking for. It's helpful if you can fly, I must admit, because... How do I get over there? This way? Oh, lots of blazes, amazing. Base. Whoa, nice. And then I can just chuck this in here. Nice. And then there is an enchanting setup that I've got right or disenchanting, I should say. Enchantment extractor. So we stick that in there. Why do you have no power? Oh, because I ripped this off. Ah, amazing. Okay, let's grab a flux. Oh, hello. Flux point. I think it's the blue one. I'm not sure. Probably the blue one. There we go. That's full power now. But what that does is it creates the books like that. Books get put in the system. Then all of the books that we get from this go straight into our library, because I've set up a exporter on the library just right here. You put any book in here and you can set it to exact mode off, so it take any enchanted book. So that's what we've got going there. Other bits that I did. So we did get on with Mahal Sukai. Oh, someone died in my colony. Excellent. This is not the one I wanted to go for. I think over here. Mahal Sukai is right here. This thing is like killing off my villagers, and then I've got this thing over here which is making iron swords, and then I've got exporters on the bottom to with the crafting upgrades, making iron swords, putting them in here. This takes all the durability from them and puts it into our Mahal network, as well as killing these things over here. And we've got a thing over here which spawns in a bunch of villagers, and we can just knock off all the villagers. It takes a Mahal and it adds attack damage. So 3346, 3347. That was actually not great. I swear I used to get more than that. There you go. I got like 3 extra attack damage from that. At one point, I just set up a auto clicker right here, and I went out for a bit, and it was just every 5 seconds or something it was clicking, and that's how I got up to. I was about to say, what, 250? No. That's how I got to over 3,000. There we go. So yeah, that's what we got going right there. I think right here there's a chicken spawner, because I needed some chickens for some reason. I think it's to get eggs. No, it's to use the thing from the feed. Mob grinding utils, this feed. Where is it? I forgot that these were in here, to be fair, so we probably could have done some dreadful dirt and delightful dirt. Got like a bunch of stuff out of that, but oh well. So where there's specific, there you go, GM feed. So you take a mob swab. You can use the mob swab, which is this one here, just a bit of wool. Use that on any mob, and it gives you their DNA, which then you can turn into a spawn egg. So we did that with quite a lot of stuff to make the spawn eggs for them, because then with Apotheosis you can use that spawn egg to turn any spawner into that kind of spawner. So like if you mob swab a wither skeleton, get the spawn egg for it and use that on a spawner, you can get a wither skeleton spawner. That's basically what I was thinking, but yeah, we did that quite a lot. In fact, we did that loads over... Oh, that's not the right one. There we go. In our emerald generating factory. So right here, what we've got is a bunch of... I think it's Vindicators right there. Vindicators being spawned in using the spawners. Max upgrades on the spawners. They fall down into a mob masher, and then that mob masher gets us loads of emeralds. So emeralds was a big thing in this pack right at the end. Emeralds. So we got 8 million right now. So we can definitely make one of these, because that is comma. Wait. Yeah, okay, so if we put a comma there, so it's like nearly 5 million emeralds that we needed to make. So we can make at least one more block out of that. That's a 6 times block, by the way, because all the mod star needed a 6 times block. Excellent. So that's quite a lot of stuff that we've got right there. There's a few bits I probably like completely glossed over. Like I think we've got the thing that makes stellar eternals right there for making, you know, eternal tools. Got that over there. Other bits just around the place, but I think for today that is all we've got time for. So what I will do is I'm going to stick a chest right here. I probably should just lob all of this stuff in my system like that. Let's get my time in the bottle out. That has got 218 days worth of, no, sorry, 218 hours. 218 days would be a lot, but no, 218 hours worth of time saved in it right there. I am going to take everything off. Oof. That is going to go in the chest along with all of this stuff. In fact, I think I've got, yeah, that on my head as well. And a new adventure awaits. So we are going to run down here to the new adventure. Oh, there is turning. What have we got here? Welcome to All the Mods 8. Ah, version 1.19.2 of Minecraft. Amazing. Okay, so yeah, this is my new series that I've just started up yesterday, I think. Yeah, we made a little shack and everything. If you've watched the episode yesterday, you probably already seen this, but yeah, this is what I will be moving on to for the next little while, I suppose. It is very dark in here. I need to have a bit of a sleep. But there we go. I will say that in my other pack, the one I just came from, the reason I put everything in a chest is because I will be doing a world download. People have been asking for it for a little while. So I decided, yeah, I need to put that up somewhere. That'll be on my Discord when this comes out. I'll yeah, upload it there. So if you do want to check out my All the Mod 7, then hop on there. It's been an amazing pack. I feel like I've learned so much, and it's great having everybody give me some pretty boss advice, to be fair. So yeah, thank you for watching, thanks for joining, and hopefully you'll join me for All the Mods 8. As you can see, we haven't got that far yet, so excellent. Brilliant. Well, thank you for watching, thanks for joining, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I feel like 1.19.2 just came out, like the other day, so I'm amazed that all of these mods have updated so quickly.